Good afternoon from El Tejar here in Guatemala. I'm a little more than an hour west of Guatemala City. It's about 3:40 in the afternoon on Thursday, February 2nd. I'm here in El Tejar to interview a group of HIV/AIDS service providers who were part of CAS, the group that's based in Guatemala City with whom I met the other day. And today's the last day that I'm here in Guatemala before I fly to San Salvador, El Salvador for the second leg of my trip here to Central America. It's been a very good trip, very tiring trip. I'm quite exhausted. I slept in the back of the car as we were driving out of Guatemala City, and I woke up and we were probably about 20 minutes from El Tejar, which is just on the outskirts of Chimaltenango, which is the larger city in this area. I'm on the other side of Antigua, and actually as we were driving in here, you could see two of the volcanoes. One is Volcan de Agua, I think, and then the other one, I don't recall which one it was, but you could actually see both of them as you were driving on the Pan American Highway, which is the main highway in the country that comes from Mexico, and it goes all the way down to Panama and then through Colombia all the way to Chile, I believe. So it was quite cool to see the volcanoes. You could actually see most of them. They weren't covered in the clouds today, so that was a pleasant surprise. And yeah, as I said, it's been a very good few days here in Guatemala. I've had the chance to meet a lot of people, including Congresswoman Sandra Moran, who's the first openly LGBT person elected to the Guatemalan Congress. I've had a chance to speak with transgender activists who detailed some absolutely horrific violence that their community has faced, not only here in Guatemala, but in El Salvador as well, and certainly in Honduras it's an issue as well. So it was quite horrifying to hear some of the stories that this trans activist told me last night as we were talking. But everybody's really, in spite of all the problems here, and there certainly are a lot, everybody's really been wonderfully nice to me and really seem to have a good time when they're not working and fighting for the things for which they need to fight. And yeah, I can't stress that enough. Everybody here has just been absolutely wonderful and very warm and very welcoming, and that's one of the things I'll remember most about Guatemala when I leave here tomorrow to head to El Salvador. The weather is also amazingly nice. It's very sunny behind me, as you could see. It's a lot cooler here than it was in Guatemala City because we're a little bit higher in elevation, just like in Antigua the other day. The air is much cleaner. It's not as noisy, chaotic, although the Pan American Highway's they're widening it, so it's quite, there was a lot of traffic coming in here because of that, but certainly the weather's been really pleasant. Even a little cool at times in the morning, but you're in the highlands, so that's what you expect. Apparently it's quite warm in San Salvador. It's like 95 degrees, so that will be a big change from what I've been experiencing here in Guatemala over the last few days. So that's the latest from here in El Tejar, here in Guatemala. As I said, it's about a little before 4 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. I'm about to head into a meeting with a group of local HIV/AIDS educators from CAS, the HIV/AIDS service provider in Guatemala City that has affiliates across the country, and so that's the reason why I'm here. Otra vez, como siempre, muchísimas gracias por leer mis artículos, mis puestos desde aquí en Guatemala, y nos hablamos cuando llegaré a El Salvador mañana por la tarde. Hasta luego.